Hi, I'm Mike. Good morning, and the best piece of advice that I can give you today is to dress warm, because it's going to get cold, and it's going to get cold fast, especially over the next few days. Today I'm taking you with me this morning as we go feed the cows and take care of everybody else, but really what we're doing is a really quick inspection and making sure everybody's set up for some cold weather that's on the way. Our high temperature tomorrow is -1. We're looking for temperatures overnight to be down into the middle teens, into the 20s, minus 20 degrees. So it's going to be cold. All of our animals need to be taken care of, and we need to make sure that everybody's safe. But we also have to get everybody fed this morning. It's a great time to kind of knock two birds with one stone kind of thing. We're going to cruise around. We're going to check all the animals. We're going to make sure that everybody's okay, and we're going to get them fed this morning. So look at us go. To get us started, we're going to start up the tractor. We're going to use the tractor for multiple things today, mostly because I don't have a gator. We're going to talk about that problem coming up, but let's get this thing up and going. The tractor we're going to be using this morning is the John Deere 6420. It's about a 100 horsepower tractor. It'll do everything that we need it to do. This is our Hustler bale feeder. We're going to be using that to feed the cows. And we're going to be using basically the bucket of the tractor to feed a bunch of other animals as we work our way around. First stop this morning, though, is, as always, the donkeys and the emus. Morning, guys. How's everybody doing? This is our emu Jenny. That is Forrest back there. They are both native South Dakota emus. Good morning. How are you? Doing okay? And even though it is chilly here in northeast Wyoming, they're pretty much used to it. Also, we have our donkeys over on this side. This is Leonard and Ethel back there, who is still pregnant. Normally, on nice days, these guys end up going over with the goats into the goat enclosure. But in the last couple weeks, we had a couple changes over with the goats where we had Cruella had her baby. His name is Pepper. We're going to meet him a little bit later. Actually, you probably met him before, but we're going to check on him and see how he's doing. So unless the weather is actually pretty nice, we'll let the donkeys stay over here into the barn and into the corrals that are just behind. Just outside this door, woo, is the outside. That's right, it's the outside. So the emus and the donkeys will have the run of this area today, be able to hang out and do their thing. Of course, with the weather, they may not want to come out at all, which is totally their prerogative. They can stay in. Over on this side are our pigs, which are probably hiding back here in the shed. There they are right there, the big old pig pile. They are leaving February 1st or 2nd or something like that. So this is their last hurrah here on the ranch. We're going to get them fed also. Oh, I can see the baby moving. You see that? That's pretty cool. We can see Ethel's baby moving. All right. Speaking of babies, we're going to let the tractor warm up just a little bit longer. We're going to stroll over to where the goats live. And I don't have any sunglasses. Oh, yes, I do. We're going to stroll over to where the... Ooh, it's cold out here. We're going to stroll over to where the goats live, let them out, and get them situated. But also, while we're over there, we're going to get eggs. So I need to grab a basket for some eggs from the chicken house. I left the basket right here so I wouldn't forget it. Eggs right now in high demand. These eggs have not been washed yet, so I can leave them in the shop until I fill up a basket. Then we'll take them back to the house, get them washed, and into the farm store, which is right over there. Lots of folks coming out to buy eggs. Our chickens are laying pretty well. We mix our own chicken feed. Been kind of supplementing them with sunflower seeds over the cold snaps here, so they get a little bit more protein. and it's been doing the trick because they've been laying like crazy. Over here at the goat/chicken house, we have the goats. Now this is Cruella and Pepper. They are actually separated from the other goats by this little round pen here. Waffle, Fancy, and Jack are kind of relegated to the outside. And they're about ready to go even more outside as we kick them out. We'll let Cruella and Pepper get out and run around inside, but right now they're still quarantined for another week or so. And we don't want baby Pepper to have to go outside in this cold weather, so we'll keep him inside also. But these guys, they can go out. Sorry to say those guys are stuck outside, but they will find their little house and they'll be able to get in out of the weather. Now back inside, we've got Cruella and her baby. Just up and out of the way. So that they have free run in here. And Cruella gets some animal crackers as well. While we're in here, we're going to gather eggs really quick. And hopefully fill up this basket. See how many eggs today. So about 30 eggs today, rounding out this basket. We'll get this inside and washed. Ready to go. Cruella, you guys are good? You're gonna hang out with your baby back there? Okay, have some fun. The goats that have been vanquished to the outside, like I said, will find their little hut. But we'll probably, once it starts to get a little bit colder today, come over and move in. Another quick stop back here is we have to make sure, well, first of all, we're going to let out the chickens. Let them out of the chicken house, let them wander around for a little bit today. They do have food here in their big feeder, and they do have outside water located right here inside that heated water bowl. One problem I've been running into is this chicken door, but I have had it get so cold that it doesn't want to open. Of course, it just stopped, so maybe that's what's going on. Close it and open again. There we go. Come on out, guys. That's it. Nope. Going right back in. The turkeys, along with a couple other, these are actually meat birds over on this side that we haven't got a chance to process yet. They're over here in the chicken run. I'm going to throw them a couple shovelfuls of food so that they've got something to eat today and a reason to come outside. But again, something else may be smarter than we are. Coming out. Turkeys. And some chickens. Okay, goats, donkeys, and emus are all done. It's time for us to feed the pigs, we'll feed the cows, and we've got to feed the steers. If you remember, we moved our grain feeder, our grain bin over here. I actually refilled it yesterday, so it is full of our finishing mixture, which we're actually going to talk about coming up here before too long. I'm going to show you how exactly we make it and how we fine-tune our own recipe. This is the same thing we're going to give pigs. We're also going to give it to the steers. It's our all-around finishing feed. So we're finishing the pigs right now since they leave here in just a few days, and we're working on our steers across the road. So all I have to do is fill up the bucket. Now, with the pigs, I'm looking for about 120 pounds. I know that each bucket weighs 20 pounds, so I need 6 buckets. We'll be back over to get more for the steers, but for now this will work. This 120 pounds is for the pigs. We're going to get out of this shed here, out of the sale barn, and get everybody fed. The weather's not letting up. It's supposed to get a lot worse before it gets better. Right now it is about 10 degrees outside, which isn't horrible, but that wind is cold. And with the little bit of snow that's coming down, it's like getting hit in the face with little tiny ice picks. Not too fun. All right, we're gonna feed the cows while we're feeding these pigs. So I have to grab a bale, which luckily I brought up. Actually, I think Carrie, who's been helping me feed here lately, brought up some bales for me. So I've got these ready to go. We're just going to get them loaded up. We'll go get the cows fed. And I haven't even seen a cow yet, so they're still inside the big cow barn where they're staying warm. We're going to probably feed them pretty close to it so that they don't have to venture too far, but we do have to check the water also while we're down there. All right. Grab a bale. Head down. All right, cows are starting to work their way out. You can see them down there. They're a little frosty, but so am I. But the tractor's heating, so that's nice. All right, so we've got this bucket full of food for the pigs, and we don't want the cows to get into it, so we got to remember to raise the bucket, or else the cows are going to find it. The pigs, of course, are closed up inside the pig pen. The cows are out and around, so we're probably going to feed the cows first, just because if we feed the pigs, the cows are going to accost us and try to get that bale, which is kind of a pain. Here comes our cow friends. And there's our piggy friends. They're coming out too. These guys have no sense of right of way. They will literally cut you off. Good thing there's no such thing as tractor road rage. I guess it wouldn't be road rage, it would be field rage or pasture rage. I don't know what it'd be called. Either way, it wouldn't be pretty, especially with tractors. We're going to jump back here in just a second, get our net wrap cut off, and then we'll be able to get rolling. Up there's the cow shed. The older cows know how to use it. The younger ones here are a little silly. One of our oldest cows. One of the sweetest cows. Oh, I know you want some food. Bambi's back here too, waiting patiently for breakfast. All right, let's work our way around these guys. Net wrap goes in the Hustler feeder beer cooler. We go back to the tractor. We're feeding, like I said, only a few hundred feet away from the cow shed. So when these guys are done eating, they'll be able to go back in, get themselves a little bit of shelter, stay out of the wind. Now out here with the cows, we still have our weaned calves are out here, along with some heifers, cows, kind of everybody's all mixed together. Here in the next month or so, I've got to get everybody sorted off and ready to go. Whether they're going to finishing school or they're going to be bred, we're going to start separating everybody. But during the winter months like this, when it's cold, when it's nasty, it's not a bad thing to put everybody together. Except for the bulls. You don't want the bulls in here. That would be bad. Looks like everybody's fed over here. We still have our bucket full of food for the pigs. And I hate to admit it, but the pig trough that I put in there, however many are in there, 12, 200, 300 pound pigs, 250, 300 pound pigs, it took them no time to destroy it. So we're going to have to come up with a different design there, or at least until I either fix the 1 ton, 2 ton pig feeder. This thing's driving me crazy. Get the pig feeder fixed or find a new one. So they managed to flip it over, and then they ate a new hole. Not the one I fixed. They ate a new hole in the bottom of the feeder. So they're just delinquents is what they are. Our pigs waiting for us. Might as well swing up and drop them off their food here. And we're just going to dump it directly on top of them. There is a really nice bed of straw there that all that food is going to sit on and allow them to get it all eaten up. They also have a full bale of hay back there that they've been working on, but the reason I'm out of the tractor, not that I want to be, is that I have to swing over here to the cow water and make sure they've got water, and I kind of drove by it without looking. So this is the cow water as it stands right now. Wow, that's pretty clear. Nice water there. It's open, which means the heaters are doing its job. So the cows, they have water also. So far, we've got the emus, the goats, the pigs, and the cows, and everybody's got water, everybody's got food. So let's head back to the sale barn now, back to the grain bin. We have to refill, reload, restock, and head over and feed the steers. This one we do a little bit differently because we are feeding the steers. We have two groups. We have the A team and the B team. A team gets 120 pounds of this stuff. B team gets 100, so we have to keep it separate. We can't just put it in the bucket of the tractor and go dump it in there like we did with the pigs. So we've got some buck tubs, and we're going to fill these up separately for each team. Hopefully this will work. B team gets the green buckets, A team gets the black buckets. As you can imagine, you go through a lot of corn, oats, barley, whatever else is mixed in there. Right now, between the cows and the feedlot and the pigs, we're going through about 320 pounds of grain per day to keep everybody fed. And then you put hay on top of that. We're like a diner for animals over here. Heading back outside where the temperature is now dropped to 9 degrees. We lost a degree somehow, somewhere along the line. Also, since we're going across the road anyway, we're going to grab one of these bales and give it to the bulls and the horses that are across the road. So we're going to grab one of these, take it with us, so that we can get them fed. All right, I'm going to drop the bale off here because we're going to put it over the fence for the poles. Just going to drop this here, let it hang out. Now we're going to head up here to the B team to start with. Get them fed. The B team does have a nice little shelter there. That gray building, that's where the B team is able to get out of the weather. The A team, unfortunately, does not have anything. There they are, right over there. They don't have any shelter right now. So if it does get too cold, and I'm talking, you know, down in the -10, -20 degree range, we will actually come over and let them cohabitate. Right now, though, it's breakfast time. Everybody wants a little food. Cows now have their breakfast over here in the feedlot. They need some water, so we're going to turn that on right over here at the hydrant. It'll take about 20 minutes for that to fill up, but that's fine. I'll come back out. My face is getting a little cold. Hey, heater works in here. Don't get to enjoy it for very long because we're going to swing over and grab that bale for the bulls who are probably hanging out in their barn as well. You're starting to see a recurring theme here is that every animal on the ranch, aside from the A-team, unless I open up the middle gate, has somewhere to go in right now and get warm. Goats, donkeys, emus, cows, whatever else there is out here. Chickens, ducks, geese, they can all go inside and get out of the weather. Nobody out here is going to freeze to death except for me. And I don't think Erin will let it get that far. All right, we're going to grab this bale. Cut off the net wrap. We pick up the bale. See if anybody comes out to eat it. So I am literally just going to throw it over this fence. We've got 3 scrubs, cows that are waiting to go into the finishing school over here in this corral, or in this pasture actually, and a bunch of horses. Oh, there they are. And they are all hanging out in the barn, but they're going to come out and get a bite to eat. Morning, guys. The weather, once again, not doing us any favors. Temperature's now down to 7 degrees outside. Snow is starting to move a little faster. Wind's picking up. Looks like winter is back, guys. But we now know all the animals have water. In fact, the steer water is on. Cows, horses, everybody's got water, everybody's got food, and everybody's taken care of for at least the next 24 hours. The temperature starts dropping much farther, gets down to that minus 10, 20 degree range. We'll come back over here to the feedlot. We'll let the A and B team cohabitate for a little while so they can get out of the weather. But for now, they're having some breakfast. And I think the same is on the agenda for me, because actually I have shelter to go home to too. So I am going to go and grab myself something to eat. Big rule on the ranch is the animals eat before you do. So we are going to head home. Maybe make myself some eggs. A big old basket of them. And yeah, that's it for Saturday morning anyway. Getting the cows fed, water, shelter, the three big things. We want to make sure everybody's happy, and they all look pretty dang happy. I'm happy because they're happy. And you know what? Now that you've been with me along this whole trip, when we're out of town, you can come and take care of the cows, the horses, and the goats, and the donkeys, and the emus, and the chickens, and the ducks, and the geese, the turkeys. They're all yours, guys. All right, I'm going to cut you loose. It won't be long until we are out of town. If you happen to live in the New Orleans area, or you're going to be down there, February 1st through the 3rd, both Erin and I will be at the National Cattlemen's Beef Association Conference taking place at the Event Center in New Orleans. We'll be there for the entire time, hanging out with FBN, as well as Aeroquip. We're going to be a part of the Aeroquip shootout, as well as FBN's booth. We've got some cool stuff to give away, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully, if you guys can get down there, you can come and hang out with us. If you can't, head on over to our website, ourwyominglife.com. You can order beef, pork, beef, pork, jerky, t-shirts, hats, all kinds of cool stuff from the website, and support the ranch. And I'll even bring a little bit of the ranch to your house, or at least to your plate. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. We will see you next time, right here on Our Wyoming Life. Hi, Peacock. I forgot about the peacock. He likes to pick up the grain that we spilled. He's warm too. And we're about to be warm. So I'll see you next time, guys.